Greetings, fellow adventurers. Timberwolf here. Another Diablo 4 adventure. Hanging out with, looks like the Bossy Devil. Okay. But seriously though, in my last video, you saw me and a bunch of people take out the Wandering Death. That was very cool. So now I am 75% done with this season here. Ever closer to getting my hands on my legendary aspect of slaughter that I want so bad. So I've just got these 3 left. And if this season is anything like the others, you don't have to complete, well, hopefully I don't have to complete them all. Like I was able to skip one there, I was able to skip one there, because I'd prefer to skip this one and just take out these 2. I'm not a PvP player. it's just not my thing. I have no interest in it. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, as far as PvP is concerned, PvP in any other game only exists for people that can't hack it in Call of Duty. Okay, if your love is killing and challenging other players, go play Call of Duty like the real gamers. Okay, that's where PvP happens. That's real PvP. Okay, any other game PvP is for rejects that can't do it, that can't hack it, and so they want to find an easier game to PvP in. Okay, that's all it is. So I really don't care about that aspect of any game, honestly. And I don't play COD, so there you go. Anyways, enough of that. So, but on my way there, so during this constant adventure, I picked up some interesting gear, and it's been very helpful for me. One of the gears that I picked up, for example, one of the pieces of items is these penitent greaves, which give me some cold power. They freeze the ground around me, which is really cool. It gives baddies, basically it makes them, it puts them under a category called crowd control effect, which then makes them vulnerable. And so as a rogue, rogues capitalize on those types of damage. So it's perfect for a rogue, okay? And I've been really working on my puncture. One of the things I've got is this Pestilent Points weapon, which gives me poison imbuement automatically every 3rd cast of puncture. So my next thing is, one thing I've always noticed with Diablo is that attack speed is like boss. You want to get your attack speed up as high as you can, because every time you attack is rolling a die. Every time you attack is another opportunity for a critical hit. Every time you attack, in my case, is also another opportunity to add some poison and some more damage. Now, as soon as I got that power, obviously the first thing I wanted to do is I went to my abilities, and I made sure that under my skill tree I had some extra points in poison imbuement, okay, only to make that more even more powerful, right? That made sense. So so there's that. And another thing I did is what else? So as far as attack speed's concerned, okay, I put it on my necklace, which increases my basic skills attack speed by 23%. So there's that. So then the other thing I did is under my vampire powers, I capitalized on that even further. I've got Moonrise, which grants me a 4% attack speed for up to 10 seconds, stacking up to 5 times. Okay, so that's another 20%. And then you can enter a Blood Rage and get even faster. And then, on top of that, I've got Ravenous, which is another boost, 20%. So now these are seasonal powers, the vampire powers. I hope enough people have petitioned Diablo to convince them to keep them permanent, because it's going to suck without these. I got to tell you, it's going to suck balls without these. These powers are fantastic. And in fact, what I'm going to show you next would not be possible without these powers. Now, speaking of powers, here's another few that I recommend highly. One of them is Humancy. If you read that over, basically what it says is it heals you and injures your enemies. Okay? Let me tell you again, it attacks your enemies and heals you. It damages your enemies and heals you. It damages your enemies and heals you. This is a no-brainer. You are an absolute dingus if you're not using this power. It attacks your enemies and heals you. You couldn't ask for a more powerful, a more perfect power than that. It heals you and attacks your enemies. You're a dingus if you're not using Hemomancy. Period. Okay? So the other one that I recommend is Undying. Okay? Casting skills heals you for 3% of life. So in other words, every time you attack, you're healing yourself. Double this bonus while below 50% life. So between these two, Hemomancy and Undying, the high now this again factors into the attack speed, right? So the faster I'm attacking, the faster I'm healing. You get it? Right? Okay? Are we together yet? Okay, great. Now here's the thing. Another thing I've been curious about is now one of my favorite weapons I've got right now is over here, Condemnation. This is a very, very great rogue weapon. And if you look here, your core skills deal 20% increased damage when spending 3 combo points. Your basic skills using this weapon have a 30% chance to generate 3 combo points. Basically how this works is, because I have such a fast basic attack right now, I'm filling that combo meter up constantly. And so therefore I can constantly let that rapid fire rip, which is what the core skill that I'm using. And it's you know, so I can constantly use that to take down baddies, because you know that 20% damage is a nice boost there. So yeah, so this is how I've been doing that. Now Condemnation is a very special dagger. It drops from Varshan. Varshan is the boss over by the Tree of Whispers. There's another thing that Varshan drops that I am very interested to try out, especially because I have this X-Vault's Corroded Signet. This bad boy really capitalizes on my lucky hits. Now, what I'm really looking for from Varshan is he's got something called Frostburn, which is a special gauntlet that gives you the ability to freeze your enemies. Well, freezing is crowd control, which makes them vulnerable, which makes them more susceptible to lucky hits, You see where I'm going with that? So I'm thinking combining X-Fall's Corroded Signet with that gauntlet could, and Condemnation, the combination of these things could really put me up there in the high damage category, right? Okay, so the next question is, okay, how do we do with the Varshan? Well, first of all, let's show you where he is. Over here, in Hawazar. Here's the Tree of Whispers. Bang. Once you unlock the travel point, you can just jump right in there. Now, in order to summon Varshan, you're going to need 4 things. You're going to need, and these are going to be over here in this category, you're going to need some gurgling heads, you're going to need a blackened femur, you're going to need a trembling hand, and you're going to need a malignant heart. Just to be advised, a malignant heart only drops in the torment tier. You can't get it in nightmare. The others will drop in nightmare, but that one only in torment. So until you're strong enough to take on the torment, you really shouldn't bother with this anyways. Oh, looks like I got some more blood too. The potent blood I used to summon Veer and give him a hard time, but we're not doing that today. You saw me take him on earlier. But anyways, so now each of these big bosses does have a certain collection of things that they're known to drop, and this one I know drops the Condemnation Dagger and the Frostburn, which are the 2 things that I'm really gunning for here. So, 1 second. Okay, so now that I've got all the items I need to summon him, hop into the Malignant Burrow. Pretty sure you've seen me fight him before, but Not quite like this. So, like that frost trail, right? One little trick I've noticed is if I'm coming across a group of enemies, if I just do this and then kind of back up, they'll walk right into that frost trail and they'll be affected by the freeze, which is cool. See that? Look how fast that force skill is. Is that not insane? Okay, you just make it around here to this area. Okay, and then you click on Malignant Altar. Now I'm going to say this again. This would not be possible without these speed and health and, without these vampire powers. This probably couldn't happen. So, but with these vampire powers, this is amazing. Watch this. I'm going to kill this guy without any problem whatsoever. So go to interact, summon. Okay, here he is, and here I go. Watch my health. First of all, I've got that barrier right now, so he's not going to hurt me anyway, so that goes away. Watch this. Everybody's hit me with everything they got. Uh-oh. Okay. I'm going to stun for a second there. But everybody's hit me with everything they got, and it's doing nothing. I'm healing it right back as quickly. That's the only thing that you can do, really, that's a problem for me, is that stunning thing does.
Need more time.
Look at it. Go ahead. And pretty much you have to figure, hold down the button, and hit him. And, again, the only time that it does any damage at all is when he stuns me. And I recover from that pretty quick.
Out of energy.
So even though he's taking my energy away, my basic attack is so fast, and I've got it, so loaded that it kind of scare him. Hold that down, and there he is, he's dead. Bye. Okay, so let's see what we got today for goodies. Oh, he drops the mucus slick egg too, by the way. You need that. That's one of the two things that you need to summon Duriel, which is another big boss that's loaded with goodies. But while we're here, let's see what else in addition to the egg. The egg's going to be in the in this section. There it is. But what else did he drop today? So he dropped the Sky Hunter. Oh yeah, that's the bow, the rogue bow he can drop. Not useful to me, but you might like it. I'll let you check it out. And then another thing he just dropped, this is a flesh weld rod. So it's a cosmetic look for the horsey. Cool. You click use that, and there it is. You can put that, you can use that with the Stable Master. So yeah, so that's another thing he can drop is the Sky Hunter. So I didn't get the I'm also hoping he'll drop an even stronger condemnation than the one I've got. Although the one I've got is pretty badass, but an even stronger one will be better. So I'm waiting for one of those, and I'm waiting for the Frostburn gauntlets. So I didn't get them. So you want to just exit out of here. And as long as you've got those components, all you got to do is quit the game, jump back in, and do it all over again. You can just keep farming them that way as long as you got the materials. And I've already got a Sky Hunter, so I'm just going to go ahead and scrap that. I can get some valuable materials for doing so. There you go. Okay. But yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be farming him until I can get those gauntlets. Once I do, I'll check back in with you and we'll give them a try and see if they really work. Although, you know, honestly, even without them, I'm doing pretty damn well. But nonetheless, the whole goal is, of course, to get more powerful. And speaking of which, just that's another thing which is amazing what Blizzard did with this game is if you go into abilities, I mean, the Paragon levels, it's just amazing, okay? How far you can go to power your character up. I mean, look at all of these nodes. All of these nodes increase your stats and give you special skills and bonuses and more damage and more defenses and more healing. I mean, and there's more boards that I can attach. I can attach one here, I can attach another one there, I can attach another one there, another one there, another one. This is basically unlimited growth. This is incredible. You know, this is something that I wish Fallout 76 would do. I mean, this is another reason why I don't play that game as often anymore, is because I kind of plateaued. You know, there's really nothing more to do. I'm level, 1,000 something. All my perks are all the way maxed. I've got all the best weapons. I've got all the best gear. There's really nothing left for me to do in that game. There's no more advancement possible. Bethesda needs to fix that. They really do. They need to add some kind of... Skyrim's got it, right? You can click, you can make a skill legendary and keep leveling yourself and keep getting stronger and stronger. And of course, as you can see here, Blizzard's done an amazing job increasing, with that concept. The Paragon levels, another game, very popular multi MMO that does that is Dying Light. And of course, Dying Light 2. They got the Paragon levels in there so you can continue to grow in power, And but Fallout 76, you hit a point where there's really nothing left to do, nowhere else to go, nothing more to grow. All you're doing is collecting outfits, and for what? What's somebody gonna have to trade with me that I want better than what I already got? Nothing. I got hordes of outfits and plans, that rare plans that I have no use for, except for I don't even know. That's why I hold contests in Fallout in the Looney Bin contests, just so I can give it away, because I have no use for that. I couldn't care less about the red dress. Big deal. Whatever. What are you going to give me for it if I had one? Do you have a better gun than what I have? You don't. I got the best guns there are. You have a better outfit than me? You don't. I've got the best armor. So you got nothing that you can give me that I want. So what's the point of collecting these things? I mean, am I going to go prancing around in the red dress? Probably not. So, but here, there's still tons and tons and tons of growth. And there's still better gear than what I've got out there. So yeah, I'll be grinding in this, but I'm hoping that Bethesda gets a clue, and that we're able to that there's something that they do with the ability to grow your character more, because I do love Fallout 76. It's an awesome game, but it's just there's really nothing left for me to do in there anymore. So there's really no point to go back. Other than to check out the new stuff, and I'm really not interested in doing that until it stops crashing all the time. So this game, I have never seen a game crash. Never, not once. So I don't know. I think that speaks volumes right there. So I mean, obviously, I do like first-person games better than this. I think they're more immersive, makes you feel more connected. But still, I mean, this game is very addictive. These dungeon crawling type games are a lot of fun, and the level of detail in this thing is just unbelievable. I mean, the ripples in the water, the mist for my character's steps. You can see the swirls in the water here, the murkiness, right? And you saw before, like when I was shooting,
Can't do that here.
you can see like the plants moving, and look at this, look at frogs splashing around in here. There's a turtle, turtles floating. I mean, this is incredible. The level of game and level of detail that went into this is, you know, just fantastic. It's an amazing achievement here, and many of these things that I'm mentioning are probably why this game could not have been an offline game. The storage capacity that you would have needed to put all this in there, you would have had to have a whole terabyte drive just for this game. That's why they did that, because there was just no way. But anyways, all right. As always, appreciate you joining me. And feel free to comment if you got any hints or tips of your own. Until the next adventure.